Hey, it's your girl BRAT, B-R-A-T, and we're coming to you today with the 5 things I wish I knew before becoming a professional dancer. So AKA my shoulda, coulda, wouldas, okay? So first, the trusty notebook is back. Bing, let's go. 1, how to write a contract. Now, especially as someone who has to sign them often for video shoots, for performances, for NDAs, all those kind of things, especially as a freelancer, I'm not always writing the contracts or fully understanding the language of the contracts, and I wish for business purposes that in school, when I went to college, that was something that they would have taught us, because it would have been way more useful than some of the other classes we had, because everything starts with a contract, and if you understand the language, you can't get taken advantage of, and you can also advocate for yourself. So writing a contract is something I wish I knew. Now, there are places like Dance NYC or VLA, I think they call Volunteer Lawyers for Artists, who can assist you like now in writing contracts, but it's something that I feel like if we started way back when, that it would have proven useful, yeah? So how to write a contract. Secondly, therapy, yeah. Physical and mental. Because physical, because obviously we use our bodies, but mental, because this toll, it's different. It's really different. The highs and lows, I feel like, are way more frequent than a regular 9-to-5 career, because at least there's some stability in that way with performers, especially if you're freelance. You could be on a gig today and not on a gig for 3 months. And does that mean you're a bad dancer? No. But does that mean that you might be fearing when you get your next paycheck, so that causes some level of financial anxiety? Yes. Or you having some thoughts like, is this the career meant for me? Can I handle these ups and downs? Or even like when you perform in a show, because you know you have performers high, and then like you just say you just performed for 3 weeks straight, and then the next day nothing, and that feeling is like, it kind of leads to a low-key sad, we're gonna say the blues, yeah? You can get post-performance blues, or like it kind of resembles when like athletes retire, and then because they're not doing the thing that they've been doing for years, they kind of don't know what to do with themselves. And with dancers, especially if you're freelance, you're not on a seasonal contract where you get 2 months off and maybe then you go back to work. It's kind of like this constant up and down, and that can take a mental toll. So having more access to mental health, or knowing that I should set myself up for that, would be way useful now. There are a couple of organizations that assist with this, especially giving grant money for mental health, so you could like get therapy sessions or do something in the community to help you connect, to make you feel grounded, to help with your mental state. So I'll probably do another video on that, but definitely mental health services for dancers is something I wish I knew more about before I became a pro. Now, videography and editing. We are movers. Not to say pictures aren't important, but reels to me are more important than pictures, because they show what you can actually do in motion versus like a still image, because a still image can make something look different than what it actually is versus if you see it fully executed, yeah? So I feel like people really do edit their own reels now, but to get, you know, all the zhuzh, all the juice, like the best edited reel, I go to one of my homegirls, but I wish that I knew how to do it myself, so I wouldn't always have to outsource it, because that leads me to updating my reel like every 2 years, when you should be editing it yearly. And because I don't have the skills myself right now to do it, I always outsource it. And I wish I knew how to do it, because then I could just do it, get it done, and also save some coins. So that's the thing I wish I knew. And again, my college definitely had a whole film program. They like film for dancers, and we could have learned how to edit. Hello. Okay. here's another one that I didn't need to necessarily go to college. Ooh. Now that sounds crazy. Somebody's like, "Bruh, you saying that?" Now your girl, again, loved the knowledge that I gained in college, especially in the realm of like kinesiology, anatomy, specifically music for dancers, pedagogy, like the intense focus on those subjects. I really did enjoy it, and I wouldn't have known I enjoyed them unless I went to the college I went to. But considering that I am a very passionate person about dance, I feel as if I could have come across those on my own because I had the passion and drive to learn about them. Now, would I have been testing on them and giving like the rigorous run through of an actual like college class? Maybe not, but I still would have went after it because it's something that I had a passion for. Like even before I went to college, I was taking Pilates, you know what I'm saying? Or I was looking into Alexander technique. This is some things I did in high school. So if I have a passion, I have a passion. I'm going to go after it. And I say that because I see a lot of dancers who are pro, they didn't go to college and they're doing great. They're going on tours with Beyonce and Taylor Swift and ending up in really good companies, and they didn't go to college. So I feel as if sometimes, especially because I went away to college, it broke me away from the community I already had here in New York because I was from here. And so going away, again, I gained more of a community in another state and in other states because I traveled a little bit in the Midwest and the West. I feel like sometimes I could have had more roots in my own home base if I didn't go away to go to college. And this is another thing. So where I went, I had a scholarship and a grant that paid for my tuition, but I had to take out loans for my dorm. And that, girl, loans eating me up today, still eating me up. But if I would have stayed here, because I had a full ride, don't cuss me. I had a full ride to Marymount Manhattan, but I went to the audition and I got to round 2 and I got cut. They're like, yeah, you could go to this school, free 99. It's all expenses paid, but you won't be able to be a dance major. In my mind, I was like, well, why would I go to your school if I couldn't major in the thing I wanted to major in? And I wish somebody would have sat me aside and been like, homie, take the free 99 ride because loans are gonna kick your ass, and then go to class at night. I wish somebody would have like stressed that to me because I feel like I'd be way less stressed right now. Like literally the only debt I have is student loan debt, and again, eating me alive. Especially when you think about what dancers make and what I had to take out for loans. Girl, if we gonna go to school, especially in a field where it's not historically people getting paid out like that, it's like maybe you would think what you're majoring in, and still, again, you could still hit dancing hard. But I wish I would have thought about that more, yeah? Or had some more guidance. But again, a lot of people around me were not artists, so I didn't feel like they had the knowledge of how to guide me. Okay. Last thing, financial education. Again, this is college, this is high school, this is across the board. I feel like artists especially need to have a grasp of financial literacy because of how our money is working out in our lives. It's not as consistent, or it's sporadic, or maybe it's a large lump of money here and then for a few months it's trickle. How to budget, how to set up for future years. Like you have a budget, you have your buffer account, you have your emergency savings, and even like, again, because unless you're say you're a dancer and you work as a nurse, you may have a 401k. So you don't, you know that you have to put money in there every month, yada da. But if you're a dancer who's freelance all the time, you don't have a structure in your life that says, oh, here, we'll match you with a 401k. No, you have to create your own Roth IRA and invest for your future in that way. But I honestly, on some real stuff, I haven't learned about a lot of the financial knowledge that I acquired until last year. And that's crazy. And again, we're not gonna totally burden the school system and college with that, but if I feel like they know you're becoming artists, they know you're taking out all these loans in order to pay for things, that they should equip you with the knowledge in order to be the most successful. So I wish I had more understanding of finances so that I could set myself up better for the future. If there's an emergency, I can take care of it without going homeless or broke, yeah? So those are the 5 things. Again, we had contract knowledge, mental health, videography and editing, that I actually didn't need to go to college, I know, and financial education. Now, what are some things you wish you knew about being a pro dancer before you actually became a professional dancer? Let me know down in the comments. All right, guys? All right. Thank you for letting me hear me speak. And I would love to continue the conversation, so I look forward to hearing from y'all, okay? All right, bye.